everyone, Jane here from Sweet Tashie again. Sorry I have been missing lately. I have started back at work and been visiting my granddaughter and trying to get back into the swing of things. Anyway, I thought I'd come on and do a quick little craft along. Today I'm working on some Valentines Happy Mail to send out to a couple of swap partners. And so I've made this little pouch on my embroidery machine and I've added a few little embellishments, and this is what I'm going to make today. So just a little hanging heart that would be cute to decorate your little craft space. So I've made a couple, and halfway through I thought, oh, I really should do a tutorial for this because it's super easy. So I'll pop those aside and pull out one. Like I said, I started before I thought I should do a video, so I have already gotten up to this stage. So I have used my silhouette to cut out the scalloped circle. Then with my scissors I have used the pinking shears and made the little red foam heart and another heart cut out on the silhouette. So now I'm going to make the little arrow. So I'm just going to use my glue gun today, and it's super manky because I use it a lot and I try and keep it clean, but I just can't. So I'm going to just stick the straw on. It just has to be pretty rough. You don't have to be too precise because most of it's going to get covered up. So I've just used my Big Shot to cut out a few dies. So I've just done the little heart. So I'll stick that at one end. You could also use your, wet glue, but as you can see with that one, it hasn't stuck with the wet glue, so I'm going to use the glue gun this time just to get it to go quicker and stick faster, really. So we've done that. Now again, I have just die cut some triangles to use as the little point, so I'm just going to glue that on. Super easy. I'm also going to pop a couple of foam squares on either side of the stick. This is the part of glue gun I hate, is those little strings. They drive you crazy. So I'm just going to put two on for the minute and then show you the next step. So I've got the little heart, and then on my embroidery machine I've made these little tiny lockets, and I thought they were pretty cute, and I thought about hanging them from the bottom of the heart. So to get a little hole, you could use a punch, but my punch is too big and it's going to cut the stitches because these are super tiny, like 1.5 centimeters, so they're pretty little. So I'm just using my piecing tool to put a hole through that, and to also using these foam dots as a sort of base, putting a little hole in the bottom of there. So now I'm going to join a jump ring, and I'm going to pull out my pliers to do this because they're pretty strong, these jump rings, and I always have trouble with them. So I've just put that through there like that through like that, and close this up. Pretty simple. There we go. So now I'm not going to add foam backing to this yet. I'm going to do it in a sort of awkward way, but it's the only way I can think of to get it all straight. So I've got some of this glittered tulle that I bought a while ago. I think I bought it from one of those cheap $2 sort of shops. So I wanted to add a bit behind the hearts. So I've just got two pieces lined up, and I'm just going to roughly cut around. I don't think it needs to be perfect in any way. You see, that's how my craft room gets messy, because I just toss stuff aside and then I have to pick it up later instead of putting it away. So just kind of go around roughly. Like that. Now I'm just going to use one for this and one for the last one, because I needed to make 4. So look, that's nowhere even close to being a beautiful perfect heart, but I think it's okay. I'm not going to muck around with it for hours. So now I'm using the wet glue to pop the little heart on, and this is purely just for dimension. It's not like, you're not going to see it a lot. I might just chop that little squarish bit off. Okay, so now I'm going to pop that with glitter everywhere onto here. So I'll take the tops off those foam dots, and I'm just going to try and line up the point with the point and the middle with the middle, but best you can. So there's only 2 foam dots under there, but I think it's going to need a couple more. So I'm just going to pop that one under the corner and press him down, and I'm just going to pop one under the bottom here. And there we go. So that's looking pretty good so far. Now my beautiful swap partner Michelle made these gorgeous layered flowers, and I think on this project they look so good, but I am way too lazy to make my own. So because there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers in there, aren't they amazing? So I thought they would be perfect for this little hanging heart. So I'm just pulling that off, and then I'm going to hot glue it on. Just a bit in the middle. It's probably too much, but oh well. And that's there like that. So next up, I've got this trim from the party section in Kmart that I really liked, and I like the pink, so I'm just going to use 3 of these, and I'm just going to pop that across the middle. Again with the glue gun, I'm just going to roughly go across there and bang this on just like that. And it doesn't matter that the glue's sort of spurting out, because I'm going to cover it with this gorgeous ruffle trim that I've had forever, that I got from Etsy, I reckon maybe 10 or more years ago. So I'm just going to roughly measure it and cut a piece off like that, and glue that on top. Glue gun strings, yeah. There we go, and that's a little bit too long, so I'm just going to now line it up and cut off what I don't want. It's only a little bit, it probably doesn't even matter. But I don't want to cover the fact that there's a little arrow there, because I think that's super cute. I also made the little clip, I don't know if I mentioned it in the start or not, that I'm going to hold together some die cuts and put them into the pocket. So because that's got the little pom-pom and the what's this called? Ribbon, I'm going to do that as well. So I'm just going to tie a quick little bow. And pull the tails down till I get it the way I want. And then it's so super easy. So I'm just going to glue that onto the little bit of stick there, just a little dab of glue. And if you haven't got a glue gun, you could use your wet glue. I just wanted it to dry fast today. There we go. Now I also had in my box of little goodies these words, and I thought that just finishes it off nicely. So I'm just going to pop that on there. And stick it on top of the ruffle. It's kind of cute, don't you think? Now the last thing I have to do is cover up the backs of those ribbons because that looks a bit tacky like that. But my silhouette was being a pain in the neck and it kept on jamming because I hate that machine and I'm likely to throw it at the wall if I keep going. So I'm just going to cut some squares of plain white cardstock and stick them over the top of the ribbon. And there we go. That's a cute little banner to hang up in your craft space or on your desk. You could just sort of sit it onto a shelf or something. And that's what I'm going to be sending out. I will have a photo of my finished Happy Mail up on my page really soon. Thanks everyone. Have a great weekend. Bye.